Um, there we go. And then let's go ahead and get everyone checked in. So I have a Brian Schweiderman. If you could unmute for me.
There we go.
Hi, Brian.
Hi there.
I assume your last name is spelled correctly on the screen.
That is correct. Yes.
Is it? Did I come close with my pronunciation?
You came very close. It's Schweiderman.
Schweiderman. Okay.
Yep.
What is that? Irish?
German.
Bad joke.
Bad joke.
All right. I've got one more person trying to join us here. Mr. Schweiderman, are you with ESM Architects?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Looks like we have the owner trying to join us.
Yes.
Ms. Smith, if you're there, if you could take yourself off mute.
I'm here.
Hi, Ms. Smith. My name is David Sturkey. I'm the zoning hearing examiner. I'll be presiding over the hearing today. I have you down as the property owner. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, fantastic. I see that we also have Wes Menzel, the zoning plans examiner for the city, is also joining us. Okay, I need to, are we expecting anyone else to join us on the applicant owner side for this hearing that we should wait for?
No.
Okay, great. Let's go ahead and get started then. I need to read through our hearing script. This basically will just cover the procedure for the hearing, and then we'll jump right into it. So this is the November 30th, 2022 session of the Zoning Hearing Examiner docket. The case before us today is case number ZH20220164. The purpose of these hearings are to allow applicants and any potential opposing parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the Zoning Hearing Examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any opposing party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant, the applicant's attorney, or the applicant's agent will first present the applicant's case. If there were anyone here from the public, they would have an opportunity to speak after the applicant had presented its case. I'll give the zoning plans examiner, Wes Menzel, an opportunity to provide testimony in addition to his staff report. In the event any party testifies or offers argument in opposition to this application, the applicant will have an opportunity to rebut that testimony and or argument offered in opposition. Finally, the applicant will have an opportunity to make any closing statements. So for our purposes here today, Mr. Schweiderman and Ms. Smith, one or both of you can tell me about the project, background, why you think it's appropriate, why I should approve this relief, and what exactly you're asking for, what the project is. You guys can orient that however you want. Like I said, one or both of you can speak. I'll let Wes weigh in. I'll have some questions along the way, and then I'll let you guys make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I'll close the hearing. Decisions may be expected. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask questions or to make any comments. I may also refuse to consider hearsay testimony. That's generally evidence you want to introduce that consists of statements made by someone who's not present at this hearing. In the event of any technical difficulties with the Zoom technology, I'll do my best to troubleshoot those on the fly, but to the extent there's some defect that prevents us from meaningfully going forward with this hearing, I may continue or postpone the hearing at my discretion. Okay, last thing I need to do is just swear in all of our witnesses. If you intend on providing any testimony here today, making any comments, asking any questions, really doing anything other than just strictly observing, then the zoning code requires me to swear you in. And so if you believe that is you, if you could raise your right hand, I need you to answer out loud. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, great, fantastic. All right, Mr. Schweiderman, are you ready?
Yep. Basically, the scope of the project that we're proposing for the Smiths at their residence on Kendall Avenue is they have an existing deck structure that's currently on the rear of their house. It's in a condition currently that after inspection needs to be replaced completely. We were planning on maybe repurposing it at the time. But after taking the contractor out there, looking at it, the size of the joist and everything else isn't conducive to putting composite decking on it and would be unsafe. So we've decided to remove the existing deck in addition to the scope of adding a screened porch on top of a section of the existing deck, and then maintain an uncovered portion of the deck to the rear of the house. So really, we're not increasing the footprint of currently what the deck is now, just wanting to take it down, replace it, and then put a roof over a portion of it and screen it in. Upon the looking into the setback information, we realized that the existing deck was actually encroaching in the rear yard setback, the 35-foot rear yard setback. And if we went back and actually abided by the current zoning code, we would be left with approximately a 7-foot deck off the back of their kitchen, which wouldn't, at least for the way they're living currently with a table and having a grill out there on the uncovered portion of the deck, wouldn't be enough room to do that. So our proposal was just to put the deck back to where it was in the existing location, which would then require us to ask for a variance of 4.8 feet into the rear yard setback.
Got it. Which would, couple quick questions. So you're not extending the existing setback with the existing deck?
We're not. So
encroaching further into.
We're not encroaching any further than what it is currently.
Okay.
Correct.
But you are adding a roof structure to a portion of it that was not there before.
That was not there before, but the screen porch, other than I think in the one drawing we had, there is a section, a small 4.5-inch section of the covered area that encroaches into the rear yard setback, but for the majority of it, the covered part is within the setback, within the required setback.
Gotcha. Will the new deck be located entirely within the footprint of the old deck? Like will expand the footprint in any direction?
There, in one section, there, one of the existing photographs, there's a clip to the deck that's currently there that we're actually just squaring it off just to make the room more functional. But that squared off section is within the rear yard setback.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. I don't think I have any other questions right now. Anything else you want to share before I move to Wes?
No, I believe that's it.
Okay. Wes?
Yeah. Hey, so just clarifying that the screen porch area is like 99% inside the buildable area conforming, and it's just that small. Would you say 4 inches or something?
Yeah, it's 4.5 inches we've calculated.
It encroaches into the setback, and then, as you said earlier, if they did a conforming deck, they would only have 7 feet of depth, which wouldn't necessarily be, conducive to a useful, functional area. So, thanks.
Got it. Okay. Thanks, Wes. Yeah, I think this seems pretty straightforward. I don't think I have any other questions. Anything else, Mr. Schwiedemann, you wanted to say in closing or otherwise?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I've had a chance to review the application materials and the staff report. I think based on that and based on the testimony that I've heard here today, that it would be impractical to strictly apply the zoning code to this application. And so I'm going to grant the relief. I need to formalize that decision in a written opinion. That's usually what takes a couple of weeks based on the queue of cases that I have right now. As soon as I finish that, I put it into a PDF and I email it to everyone who's in the hearing here today. And so you all will have a copy of that decision really just moments after it's complete. And then as soon as you have that written decision from me, Wes can approve the permitting and for the zoning and you guys can move forward.
Okay.
Wes, did you want to add something?
Yeah, I just want to mention to Brian, when you submit your building permit, just reference the zoning case number and include a copy of his decision, just so that it makes it easier for me to, I don't need to do a bunch of research to figure out what's going on. So
perfect. Okay, we'll do.
Thanks.
Okay. Any other questions about anything
Nope.
Great. Well, thank you again, Mr. Friedman, for your time, your testimony. Good luck with the project.
Thank
and,
you.
Hope you guys have a great day. We're adjourned.